So today's card for the week, should we say, is a new earth, and the little phrases underneath say it's happening and hold the vision. Now, with this one, a lot of people have been talking about this new earth coming into existence and how the world is going to change, and we're going into 5D and everything. So my team, my guides, Erasmus, want to have a word and just explain a few things about what are coming in and what we can expect over not days or weeks, but possibly even years that need to change before this is totally achieved. Yes, we'd like to start with the idea in your mind that this is a process, that what is coming in will not be an overnight experience, shall we call it. There may be overnight experiences to add to the overall experience, but these are just small little parts of the overall changes that are coming into this world. The energy of this planet is now being bombarded from various different solar systems, should we call it, different suns from those solar systems, as well as what happens at this time of year, the Lion's Gate portal and the central sun. Now, many people say that a portal opens and the energy from the central sun bathes this planet. But this year, what is going to happen is that the energy in its purity from the central sun will be beamed through that portal, and not just for a short period of time, but it is being beamed for the whole of this Lionsgate portal time period. That is why many people this time are feeling very unwell. They're feeling that their physical form is changing very rapidly, and they're feeling that a lot of things that they thought they had dealt with are now coming up again. And what this is that this energy penetrates very deeply into your being, not just your physical being, but your spiritual being, your higher self. Anything that is connected to your existence on this planet at this time will be penetrated by this energy. There are beings coming in to help with this process because we are now entering the next phase of the ascension of this planet. And that is that those beings who are ready to leave, those beings who feel that they do not wish to continue in the present situation, events will be brought to the fore that will allow them to leave this planet if they wish to. This may take the form of, though it may sound very strange to some of you, that rather than the person dying, that another soul enters the body and the other soul leaves. This is not possession. This is a swapping in and out of two souls, because the soul that is currently in that life cannot cope anymore with the agreement that they have made for this life. And many beings feel this way at this time because this energy that is coming in is very, very, shall we say, life changing. It brings up things that you should have been doing. It brings up things that you have agreed to do and have not done. It brings up things that you have not carried out for others that you should have, and so on and so forth. It is a investigating energy, should we call it, and in this investigation it brings up issues and information that you need to look at. Now, because of this, many beings are worried that this energy and this life is going to get too intense for them. So they decide that they wish to leave. And as we are in the middle of changing from 4D to 5D and letting go of the misconception of 3D still having a hold on this world, then many beings are being asked to allow those who would normally have to go through the birth process merely forego that whole process and enter the body as the adult body. So therefore what will happen is that beings will swap, as we have said, from being in the afterlife to being the soul of the physical person who is on the earth, and the one who occupied it will go back to the afterlife. And many people who have encountered these walk-ins, as they are called, understand that they also have to complete the karma that that person whose body they have taken over are now driving, should we call it, that person now has to finish the job. And then once they have finished the karma, finished all the requirements that that person was supposed to do, they then continue with their own mission fully. And this happens with many great spiritual leaders, such people who you may know, but I will not name, who have started off in one vibration, and then the being who continues their mission has taken over their body and carried on, while the other has said, "Thank you very much, but I cannot continue this journey," and left. And this is not anything terrible. It is not anything bad. It's just that it is an easier process than waiting 20 plus years for that being to be born and raised and be able to carry out their mission. By being able to just step in and take over in that person's life, it helps them to speed up what they are trying to do. There are downsides because the family of the person who has left and this new person has arrived, it is a transitional period that can lead to a disbelief that this person is now someone else. And often this happens as part of an accident. So the medical field will say that this person has changed personalities because of the trauma that they have experienced. But in reality, as we have said, it is one being replacing another being. And sometimes what happens is that the being who is replacing the other being does this gradually, so that it is not so much of a shock to the family. And this is because they have experienced being able to do this before, maybe not on this planet, but on other planets that they are from and have been born on, so that they are experienced in how to slowly integrate themselves and cause less trauma to the family than those who are inexperienced, who shift from one personality to another very, very quickly. And so this will be a small group that will be asking to do this, and they will be spread all over the world, so it will not be easy to notice them, but they will make themselves known as time moves on. But we also say is that there will be trials, tribulations as part of the changing of this planet, because it has been held in thrall of energies that have tried to keep not just the planet, but as well as the beings on it, in a kind of stupor, so that they can continue their power struggles, should we call them, and feed off that power struggle so that they can continue the sort of life they are used to. But what will happen now is that these beings also will be slowly removed. Many leaders have started to disappear who were in league with these sort of beings, so that now the leaders who will be continuing the changes for the planet and that country that they have become leader of, so that changes can start to be seen. humanity being treated better, but also, as many are saying, this will help with humanity becoming a sovereign being, that they will have control over themselves, be making decisions for themselves, rather than being told this is what is best for you. They will start to look at the information, research the information, and make a better choice for themselves. There will still be, as you see, certain people who swing from one extreme to the other because of certain information, because there will still be those who relish spreading false information, frightening the masses, because this is their bread and butter, be it the media, be it politicians, be it just people in general. Humanity has this underlying current that they love to frighten people so that they can stay in power. And it may not be the big leaders, but the little leaders, the people who, by keeping people in fear, earn off it in one way or another. And remember that the energy of fear also generates a certain energy. So there are beings who love this fear because it keeps the planet in a lower vibration. But as we've said, this is not being allowed anymore. There are energies coming in, there are beings coming in, there is energy being bombarded, shall we call it, flowing, beamed, whatever words you wish to use, onto this planet, so that the planet starts to raise its vibration, cast off the heaviness that it has been carrying, so it can start to move into better times. We know that it will be certain events and certain energies that you need to understand. You must discern with your heart what is true for you and what is safe and happy for you, and what gives you joy and excitement. Not a false excitement, but a true life affirming excitement. And we also ask that you use this energy to pass on to others, to energize others, so that others, when further events happen, you know in your heart that you are a community and you can face what is coming towards you together. And it doesn't matter if you are individual people or if you are families, together as a group, you will be brought together so that you can move forward and gather up others who can also be part of your group so that they too are supported and held and shown the way to get through what is coming. We will not go into too much detail because things change so quickly depending on how humanity reacts to things. So we ask that you stay positive. We ask that you stay centered in your heart and in love. And this will help calm any extreme reactions and ideas of people, because by keeping yourselves calm and centered, you will be able to hold the energy and help it raise rather than become a part of the heavy energy that is still trying to lay hold. So we will leave you there, and we hope that you will find it in your hearts to stay positive and stay knowledgeable and stay true to yourselves. We'll leave it there. So, lots to think about. But one message that I could hear is we need to stay peaceful and positive and help others to do the same. So, bye for now.